What is going on, guys? Welcome to Rashonology. Once again, I am your host. Hopefully, everybody had themselves a good Super Bowl Sunday. Normally, when I get on here, I'm like, all right, we get on, we do our video, we do what we got to do, and then we peace out. But today is a different day. Today, we're going to just talk and we're going to chop it up and we're going to talk about the Super Bowl. So, before anything, hit the like button. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. You guys already know. Listen, oh, my button don't work. Okay, well, let's just go.
It's over 9,000.
It's over 9,000. Your Philadelphia Eagles are now Super Bowl champs. Listen, Don DeMarco for them.
Don DeMarco.
We are going to hit the Don DeMarco for the Philadelphia Eagles. All in all, a game that was not very close. It got away from the Chiefs real early. So, matter of fact, let's just check. We're just going to check the score. We're going to go to ESPN, ESPN.com. We're just going to check the score, and then we'll keep it pushing. And here we go. First page. Let's share. You already know, like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. So here we go right here. 40-22. And not gonna lie to y'all, this was not close. Not one bit. This was what I like to call a grade A ass whooping. This is what this was. A grade A ass whooping. All right. It just seemed like when Philly got going, it was just like,
stop it. Get some help.
It was bad. But we are not going to take anything away from the Kansas City Chiefs, but let's break it down line by line. All right. So first things first, Philadelphia Eagles dominated time of possession, dominated the offensive side of the ball. Nobody really got their run game going. There were a couple of good runs by Jalen Hurts. Saquon was held to relatively pedestrian numbers. We know he was the offensive player of the year. We know he should have broken that record this year if they would have let him play. But we know all of these things, and we are not going to sit here and say that he didn't get them to the dance, because without Saquon, this team probably is not in the Super Bowl. But as far as Philly as a whole, they dominated this game. They dominated special teams. They dominated time of possession. They dominated in turnovers. I think the turnovers was 2-1. I think Jalen threw one pick and Mahomes threw two, if I'm not mistaken. So they dominated in pretty much all aspects of the ball. So this game really got out of hand right before halftime. I think it was 24-0, and this game was pretty much over after that. Patrick Mahomes was running for his life, which brings me into the first thing that I want to talk about is that Philadelphia Eagle front four.
Don DeMarco.
Oh my God. That front four on the Philadelphia Eagles. Oh my Lord. I feel sorry for Patrick Mahomes. That brother was running for his cotton picking life, especially after halftime. I don't know what the hell happened, but those guys made up their mind and they said, we are going to knock this brother's head off. I think he was sacked 6 times. He was rushed, like hurried or something like that 16 times. It was all out. Let me move my chair over. Get in the middle. Balls are sexy in the middle. But yeah, they dominated on the front four. Now, the whole entire year, Philadelphia Eagles have pretty much been at or around the top 3 teams in football all year. The Chiefs have been winning games all year. And I did say this to a friend. I said, the Chiefs back in the day, not even back in the day, last year, year before last, pretty much the last 4 or 5 years, when they beat you, it's like, if you let them hang around in the game, once they figured out how to win, right? Because they did, I think they lost to Brady, but once they figured out and they got that first one out of the way, the Chiefs pretty much were, if you let them hang around, they'll explode on you and they'll drop 21 points on you like this. Like, it's like, oh my God, What happened? It was just 7-7. Now it's 28-7. What happened? That's what the Chiefs used to be. That was the Chiefs of 2 years ago. The Chiefs with Tyreek Hill and Kelsey just dominating, killing. That was what the Chiefs did. This team, especially this year and a little bit of last year, they're not that team. They're not that team that just explodes on people and it's 14-14 or it's 9-3 and next thing you know it's 21-9. They're not that team anymore. Now they're a team that they hang around, and because of their experience and because they know how to win, they just beat you. If you let it come down to the end of the game, they are going to beat you. If they're within 3 points, they're going to beat you. They take you into the deep water, and you can't hang with them because they have the experience. They have the best quarterback in the league right now, and if you let them hang around and you don't put your foot on their neck, they're going to beat you. That's this team. And Philly just jumped on them early, and I don't know if I'm not going to say they didn't have the firepower because they got speedsters. They still got Travis Kelce. Even though he may not be the Travis Kelce of 5 years ago, 4 years ago, he's still Travis Kelce, and he's still one of the best tight ends in the league, if not the best. You know, it could go him, Kittle. It could go like 3 or 4. He's in that top 3 still. So we're not just going to shit on Travis Kelce, and we're not going to say because the Chiefs lost. And that's another thing. Stop the show. We're not going to sit up here and say because the Chiefs lost that they suck or they made it to the goddamn dance. They won 2 Super Bowls in a row and went to their 3rd in a row and almost made history. No team has ever done that. So if you think the Chiefs are whack because, they suck because they lost.
You stupid.
No, they just ran up against a better team. So like I was saying, they're not that team anymore. And it showed. And what won this game for the Eagles is the offensive line. Yeah, you could say turnovers. Even if you take the two turnovers away from the Chiefs, they still don't win this game. I mean, they got killed on the front four. I just heard a stat that they didn't blitz the entire game. The Philadelphia Eagles didn't blitz the entire game because they didn't need to blitz at all. It was a massacre out there. And this was on the levels of the Patriots versus the Giants when Strahan and all of those guys were they beat up on Tom Brady in the 3rd quarter and they had Brady running for his life. This was on that level. This was on because I remember watching that game in the 3rd quarter and they were. I can't remember if they got a lot of sacks on Brady in that game, but they was kicking Brady's ass in that game. And the offensive line for Philly, average weight and height, 6'6", 330. I don't know if you've ever seen a man that is 6'6", 330. I'm 6 feet tall, and I'm about 235. And I'm a little overweight. I probably should be around 210. And when I see somebody who's 6'6" and who's 330, yeah, those brothers are big. Those are big dudes. And they are very, very good offensive line. Jalen Hurts was sitting back there like this all day, like, hey, are you open? Hey, are you open? Hey, oh, AJ Brown. How you doing? Like he was just sitting back there all day. It was good game. A good game by the Chiefs. Good game, not a good game by the Chiefs. Good game by the Eagles. I like the Super Bowl. I'm biased. I want to see 38-36. Like I want to see a shootout, or I want to see 6-9. I want to see 17-15. Like I want to see a defense. I want to see a really, really defensive struggle type game where nobody could get anything going, and it's just a defensive chess match. Or I want to see an all-out 45-48. Like, I'm crazy. I don't want to see a middle-of-the-road game. Because if it's defensive, it's still drama. If both teams it's a shootout, it's still drama. So I want to see drama. This was not drama. This was over at halftime. and it is what it is. So it's going to be what it's going to be. The Eagles probably are favored. If they keep everybody, they're probably favored next year to come back. But listen, there's injuries. Teams get better. Their division is not a cupcake walk. So we're not going to sit up here and say, oh, they have a strong chance of getting back. NFL is crazy. Teams, are they going to come back hungry? Are they going to come back ready to win? Because now that you got the first one out the way, you're a champion. So the next year when you come back, do you still have that dog in you to go 17 weeks, grueling season, plus playoffs, and everything adds up to this one moment? Can you still keep that hunger inside you to get there? We don't know yet, but we're going to find out. This was an ass whooping, but the Chiefs will be back next year. They got to shore up. Listen, they got the best QB in the league. They got to go get I think they got a decent running back, but maybe they get a running back. They got to get a better offense. They got to get that offensive line. They got to get some big dudes either in free agency or in the draft, but they're picking 31st. So don't see them getting a good quality offensive lineman that low, but they need an O-line for sure. And they really weren't getting at Jalen Hurts like that, but nobody really was this year. So they got some things they got to do. It's not like they played a bad game. It's just when they got down early, they abandoned the run. And because they got down by so much, then Patrick Mahomes started making mistakes. He started taking risks. And the more risks you take, they come back to bite you in the ass. He threw the one pick the pick six where he got hit and he threw the ball. That was a pick. Then he threw the other pick. So, excuse me, it's going to be what it's going to be. But I was entertained by the Super Bowl. And lastly, I would say Kendrick Lamar, Don DeMarco. From having Samuel L. Jackson as Uncle Sam, you got Serena Williams crip walking because she's from Compton. You got him talking about him doing Not Like Us, him teasing. I like the fact that he teased it throughout the whole performance, and then he gave it to us at the end. I thought that was dope. The American flag with black people making the American flag towards the beginning of the performance because, I mean, let's face it, America was built on the backs of black people. So, I mean, that's facts. That's not me race baiting. Oh, he's talking about race. No, that's fact. Everybody knows that. It's universal. So we're gonna stop the nonsense. Don't be stupid.
You stupid.
But Kendrick Lamar, and I like the fact, the only thing I would say, and I had to think about it, and when I thought about it, I was like, you know what? No. The performance was what it needed to be. This made you think. Now, he had the dancers, he had symbolism, he had Serena up there, he was talking shit to Drake again. So he had everything. He had a little bit for everything. SZA, let's not forget about SZA up there. So shout out to her. So he had a lot of what we liked. He had his hot songs. He finished off strong, and he had the symbolism. So I liked it because I had to think. Even my wife was like, oh, they made the American flag. That's cool. I was like, oh yeah, you're right. That's dope. And it made you think. It made, it wasn't oh, we jumping around. Hey, oh my God. Hey, it's going crazy. Now, sometimes that's good. Sometimes that's good. Sometimes this is good. So I think you're going to see a lot of polarizing people. You're going to see a lot of people on opposite sides. You're going to see people saying, oh, this was whack. He didn't bring out Wayne. He didn't even bring out Master P. He didn't bring out anybody from New Orleans. Like anybody who put New Orleans on the map. And, I mean, you could be valid in some points. But it's his show. He don't got to bring anybody out. Oh, what the hell? My thing is running scans on the low. What are we doing?
Nope.
So that is one thing that you're going to hear. Or you could hear, nah, it was artistic. It was thoughtful. It was thought out. You had to really think. Sometimes you might have to go watch it twice to see if you missed something. He was King Petty with the, what's up, Drake? So, I mean, that meme is going everywhere. That meme is probably viral already. Where him just, oh man, well, he did not like us. So you're going to see a lot of people on opposite sides of the spectrum here. And to me, that's good. It gets people talking. It'll give some people to talk about for about 48 hours, and then people will forget it, and the next big thing will come on, and everybody will go back to talking about Trump. So I'm not mad at it. I think it's dope. I think this performance was amazing. I think I'm not going to say it was a 10, but I'd say it was a solid 8. Solid 8. I was thinking maybe he should have brought out Wayne, just for a quick cameo. I mean, even Justin Timberlake brought out NSYNC. You know what I'm saying? But then again, you would not have Justin Timberlake if it wasn't for NSYNC back then. So I get why he did that. That actually makes sense. Usher did good last year. I ain't mad at Usher. So I mean, it's all about preference, man. It's all about preference. So I liked it. Solid 8 to me. Very artistic, very thoughtful, very thought out. And I thought he killed it. I thought he did well. And there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, a lot of symbolism in more ways than one. So it's very, very interesting. Very interesting. But that was your Super Bowl Sunday. I am Rashawn. Welcome to Rashonology. RJD, as always. Shout out to everybody who watched the game. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Let me know down in the comments. Hit me up and I will respond to the first 10 people who drop a comment. Shout out to you guys. As for me,